So glad to be back. I'm with Josh again. I
Yeah.
experienced a lot of response from you guys after our first webinar that Josh and I had uploaded. So I just want to say, Josh, welcome again. I'm so glad that
Yep.
we're on Skype. Actually, we've been on Skype for quite a minute, just hanging out. Nearly 2 hours already. Now we're finally getting down to business after just chopping it up for a couple hours. But we're so glad to deliver some more information to you guys. Josh, why don't you start?
Okay, so today we're going to start with like some strategies, books, just a little overview, trading plan, that type of deal, and then hit a little bit about the cryptocurrency. But first, like I want to talk about your strategy and how people trade and their mindset about trading. Um, and with myself, I'm not completely different, but different from Kyle. Kyle sees the charts completely different from me, and our success rates are different. But the money we make, I was not saying, but the money we earn is not directly correlated to we win 50% of our trades, because I know of an individual, he earns quite a bit of money, a lot more than us, and his success rate is 10%. But his 10% is like home runs, and he makes quite a bit of money on his home
Yeah.
runs. And it's like it'll be more money than Kyle and I, and then not anyone that joins if when this thing goes big, but like anyone that's watching us, you can combine all of our net worth and how much money he makes off of a 10% win rate. A 10% win rate is more money than probably what we made in the past like 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's like these people, like it's how they think. It's just because 10% or 100, not 100% would be cool, but like just because one person isn't like you doesn't mean it's a bad trading plan or if this is good or whatnot. But that's the biggest thing. Is every person is different, and you just have to go from there and learn. You have to learn yourself. You have to change your mindset, and the only way to do that is changing your mindset. It takes time. It's not like overnight. You're not going to be a multimillionaire. You can't. You could, yeah, you can get rich quick, but if you get rich quick, you need to check yourself because just because you make a lot of money super fast, and yeah, I'm sure anyone can do it. And I've done it before, but I lost money. Like I made a lot of money, then
Yeah.
I lost it. So it's like just because you
Me too.
think you can do it, like you need the trading plan. It's like it's that safeguarding against doing irrational investments and
Absolutely.
irrational trading, because it's you can you can make, just put any dollar amount. You can make $100, $5,000, $10,000. But if you're like a monkey throwing darts at a dartboard, you will place a bad trade, and you'll place, like, over the long run, you'll place bad trades more frequently compared to if you have your trading plan set up and say, this is how I'm going to trade, stick to your rules, because the rules are like I was talking to Kyle before we had this video. The rules is like, what works is this much. This is what works. All this other stuff, this doesn't work. And like, you don't want to do this other stuff, but people still do it. People still like make the same mistake. People
Mm.
don't have a journal.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you don't write stuff down, if you don't understand, you don't calculate your statistics on, like, I have a 20% win rate, but yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm, notes. Like
Yeah.
I always have pencil and paper in front of me. I have papers all over my desk. It's a good thing you can't see it. It's just so even though like you have a 20% win rate or a 30% win rate, you can still be killing it. Like just because, like, you just have to look at the big picture. You have to take a step back and say, hey, I'm just going to look. I'm going to just pay attention. It's a learning process, and it's not like I've been trading since eighth grade. In my first 3 years, like I destroyed it. I made great money, and it set me up not for failing, but set me up as in like not pretty much I'm invincible. Like I like not learned everything, but I haven't learned everything. And one of the bad things about it was I never made a trading plan in eighth grade. because no one taught me to trade, like make a trading plan. No one taught me. I learned on my own. I just like went with the flow. Yeah, I read books. I still read books. And the past like 2 years, I read so much. I probably read more in the past 2 years than I did my entire life, type of deal. And the thing I want to get about, when you have someone else like that is a step ahead of you and know what's going on and say, hey, I made these mistakes. Like, don't make the same mistakes I did, because it'll take you years. Like, why take years when this is free? Like, we take time out of our day for you, and it's like these great. It's just wisdom. It's like if we're telling you knowledge, like, I'm not reciting. Sorry, yeah. If we're telling you knowledge, like, you know facts, cool. But if we're giving you wisdom, like, if you apply the stuff, like this is like the key, the wisdom part. It's like off topic a little bit, but God said, like, it wasn't through knowledge I made earth, it's through wisdom. So wisdom is applying the knowledge. So God is so smart, he made earth. And he didn't make earth through knowledge, he made it through wisdom. He applied the stuff. So same thing with trading. You need to apply your knowledge. And if you don't apply it, you're not using it. So you can spend time reading books, but if you're not applying certain things,
it's a waste.
And it's a waste. It's a waste of time. Like, you can do much better things with your time. So it's applying yourself and the good things. But when you start out, it's going to be hard because you don't know, like, what do you apply, and it takes time. And the more you're around it, the better it gets.
Yeah, that's just adding on to that. When you said the more you're around it, the more, the better you get. And that's exactly what our goal is for you as the viewers is, when you create or you're a part of a community of like-minded people, you're a part of it. So if one person's growing, chances are the rest is growing too. Like a tree. Also, like, and this is like with scriptural stuff, like a tree, not to get off too much off topic, but a tree doesn't produce just like one fruit. If it's a prosperous tree, it's going to keep producing fruit over and over. If it's watered and it's nurtured and it's being taken care of, it's going to keep producing fruit. So if we're trying to be more like the vines and trying to help you guys out, we're hoping that this tree that we're trying to grow is going to be producing fruit. So Josh is prospering, Kyle is prospering, our buddies out in Germany is prospering, our students in Kenya are prospering, our students in the UK are prospering, our students in Italy are prospering. So everybody's prospering because we're all part of a tree that is giving and it keeps producing, right? So, for us, talking about like training plans is huge. Like, before Josh and I started recording for you guys, we're talking about a trading plan, and Josh mentioned something that it stuck with me. It resonated in my heart. And he said it could take 6 months to develop a trading plan. Ding, ding, ding. How many of you guys, I want to see it in the comments below, how many of you guys are paying for a signals? You're paying somebody for a monthly signals provider. So you're basically being steered as a deer in headlights, and you have no idea when the signal is going to come. You have no idea when really to pull. You have no idea how to actually enter and how to actually exit, right? You don't know how much money to put on the line. You don't know how much money to receive. So what's happening is you're going into this trade without a plan. You've got no plan of action. You're trading off of somebody else's plan. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Like Josh said, it could take 6 months. It took me well over 8 months to develop a plan for myself. I bought a program from a guy online. I started trading off this guy's program, and it was a very, very, very bad Forex strategy, very bad. So for the first 8 months of my Forex career, I was learning a bad strategy. Nobody was really talking to me about trading plans. I was just kind of going with what this guy was doing, and it was all wrong. Everything was wrong. Everything was wrong, right? I didn't have a plan. And so many of you guys are out there, and you're putting your trust in somebody online, and you're asking them for help, and they're not teaching you how to make a plan. They're not teaching you why you need a plan. It's like you go to work. I go to work. Let's say I work for my job. I know if I go to work today, and let's say I'm in the car business, I know if I sell a car for this price, I'm going to get paid this much. I know if I sell a car for this much, I'm going to get paid this much. You go to work knowing that this is how much I can make for the day. It's the same thing with trading across the board. You're going into a trade, you can make anything you want. Trading commodities, maybe stocks, but in particular Forex, like that's my bread and butter. When we enter into the Forex market, you can legitimately make any number you want. Up to $7 trillion a day is traded. That means that you can legitimately take up to $7 trillion out of the market. But of course, we don't have that kind of money, so we're not actually moving the market. Those are like market movers, market makers and stuff, right? But because we don't have that kind of capital to push into the market, it means that we can successfully take 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures a day, and it would never change the direction and the course the market's going, right? So if you don't have your plan, and how do you develop a plan? You got to think. You have to make a lot of mistakes to have a plan. My trading plan is consisted of all the mistakes that I've made and that I still make. And if I make a mistake with trading and if I ever lose money, it's because I usually went outside of my trading plan. Maybe I got greedy. Maybe I wanted to make an extra buck, and you end up putting everything on the line. And then within a second, a trade can just switch on you in a matter of a blink of an eye. But it's all about your mindset, like books. Like Josh and I really want to talk to you guys about books. And we want to talk to you about community. And if you're not surrounding yourselves with people that are thinking alike, for example, Josh said, dude, like there's some books that I really like. And then Josh held up a couple of his books. What books do you have with you right now, Josh?
Two books right here. So I have How Successful People Think.
And John C. Maxwell. If you guys don't know who John C. Maxwell is, John C. Maxwell is pretty much the leading top influencer in the entire world. You have to pay, if you're a company, you have to pay a lot of money to have John C. Maxwell. He's a world evangelist too, a preacher. He's just an amazing, I got to see John C. Maxwell live actually at this conference for a multi-level market that I tried to do called Amway. And he actually led the conference for 3 days. And I saw his speeches are amazing. So he's got John C. Maxwell. And then the next one, let's both hold it up.
Yeah.
Right?
The Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Like, Josh was saying, like, he said, hey, let me be right back. I'm going to go grab 2 books. He goes and grabs these 2 books. Number 1, I see John C. Maxwell. John C. Maxwell is a great man. He's a great human being. And then I see Think and Grow Rich. And it's like, oh, dude, let me go to my desk real quick. So I go over to my desk and I grab 2 books that I really like. And one was, of course, Think and Grow Rich and The Compound Effect. Like, I really like The Compound Effect. Just compounding your money and everything. Like, this is the bizarre thing about books and just about business kind of in general. Your attitude, your mindset is what's going to bring the money. It's not difficult making money. What's difficult is controlling your mindset while making that money. Knowing when trading, when to enter and when to pull. Right? If you're not reading books, if you're not studying, like, you need to study more than you trade. Absolutely. If you're trading, like, you should not be Forex trading more than an hour to 2 hours a day. Like, you should be in and out, make your money, and be done for the day. You shouldn't be in there all day long trading New York session, Asian session, London session. You should only be trading maybe 2 at max, but 1 session a day, making all the money and following a trading plan, knowing this is how I made the money, right? And we're reading these types of books like The Compound Effect, Think and Grow Rich. And all these books are telling us is, number 1, how to react with people. Like, if you read there's no secret to making money. But the secret to making money is how you treat people. It's how you talk to people, who you surround yourself with. You can have the absolute worst business in the entire world, and it's because you're putting in so much raw like aggravation and evil effort into your people. Like, maybe your salesman made a mistake, so you take it out on them really harshly, when instead you can just really just kindly speak to them with love, and it's going to compound your business like crazy. It's the same thing with Forex trading. Like, I get every single day, I get messages from people saying, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, like, I need free this, I need free that. And as a successful and profitable Forex trader, what goes through my mind is saying, well, if people can't really afford all this, I need to start putting out some free information so that people can start studying, right? So Josh is part of this group with me. We decided also that we're going to put together a WhatsApp group for like a book club, guys, like a free book club. That if you're interested, just comment your information and your WhatsApp number below, and then just join the book club. We'll read a book. What maybe it'll take us 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Maybe let's just read one book a month, and we focus as a group and as a community. Hey, I want to focus on this and let's grow. Because I promise you guys, if you read books like this, it's going to make you read another one. My very first student, he came to me. We went out for a beer. This guy hasn't read a book in 10 years. You can ask him. You can ask JT. He hasn't read a book in 10 years. After I introduced JT to Forex and showed him how you can make money trading Forex, he read one book that I told him to read, which is Trading in the Zone. I sent him the PDF free version. I have a free version. I sent to him. You know what he did? He bought the hardcover. And that's not a cheap book. That's a $35 book. That's a lot of money for a book, right? He bought the hardcover, and it didn't stop there. By the time he was done, he said, I learned so much, I'm going to read another book. And that's how it starts. And by the time you know it, you're in 10 books deep in just a few months, and you're changing the way that you think. So by changing the way that you think, you're going to change the people you surround yourself with. Not only that, you're going to be able to jump into the commodities market, the stocks market, the Forex market, and then people are going to start talking to you about cryptocurrency, and then you're going to be like, you know what? I don't want to sit on the sidelines for this. I don't want to stay in the background. I don't want to be in the shadows this time. I want to actually be in the front, and I want to take a risk because everybody knows the biggest risk you can take is not taking the risk at all. So when I reached out to Josh, I said, Josh, how much do you want to invest? I said literally, what did I say? I said, you want to put $100 down? You want to put $500 down? I gave him options. People love options, right? I gave him
Yeah.
2 grand, 3 grand, and 6 grand. I said, how much do you want to invest? Or not invest, but how much do you want to get in with? And he said, 50 grand cash right now. And I said, whoa, you don't need that much, but let's talk about this. We got on the phone and we started talking about it for a couple hours. And just that same night, boom, Josh was plugged in. The next thing you know, Josh is telling all of his buddies and family members, and we've got 11 extra people that happened within a matter of days that are part of our crypto business that we're growing now, which is crazy. It's booming. It's just booming. And so all of these things that we're doing, we want you guys to share in it. We want you guys to be able to go and tell your family, hey guys, some crazy white guy on the internet was like, hey, read Think and Grow Rich, and I went and I bought Think and Grow Rich and I read it and it transformed my life. I had an epiphany, right? When I post videos on YouTube, I'm getting guys from Instagram hitting me up. So it's making me feel so good that we're able to give back free information. And guys like Josh, I'm like, Josh, hey, you want to make another video? Yeah. And he sets apart time out of his day to be like, you know what? I really want to do this. Like, I want to help people. And by helping others, our tree is just going to grow so much fruit. And we're all going to prosper together. So that's what our goal is, guys. Like, Josh, is there anything else? Like, what else do you want to add on to that, man? Like,
The two parts, like early in the video, you mentioned about day trading, like taking profits. It's when we're trading, it's like we're taking our profit. Like you don't want to overtrade. Like I just want to hit on that a little bit because people might be thinking, oh, you don't long term trade. No, we long term trade too, but it's not like when we want to make a little bit of money. Like everyone likes making a little bit of money a couple of days out of the week. That's how you live. You need money. So like when we're talking about scalping and day trading type of stuff, I don't like talking about day trading because most day traders don't make money. They don't have a plan set up. They don't make money. So it's more of a scalping, and you have your time periods that you set up when you scalp, and you have a plan set up. So it's like there is long term investing, long term trading, and like other stuff too. But I just want to hit that up a little bit. So like if someone's like because my viewpoint and my mindset and your mindset's completely different. So if someone's thinking like, hey, well, you don't long term trade, like no, we long term trade too. It's just we like scalp.
Scalp the swing, yeah. Scalp the swing, yeah.
Scalp the swing, and then it's like on the helping part, like Kyle enjoys helping people. I love helping people too, and the joy we find like when someone earns money, it's like it's like we earned that money too. So it's nice, like, oh yeah, you made $100. It's like I made like $100, and it's more like I made like $1,000 when you made $100. That's how that's how I feel. So it's like honest, just pretty much how I feel. And it's nice. It's like when Kyle talks to me about, hey, like you should do this YouTube thing. I'm like, I thought about like in the past, I thought about doing YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, like I'll do YouTube. Like what? It's like kind of like why not? I enjoy helping people. I'm not super like tech savvy. Like I can learn this stuff. Like it's just why not? Like help other people and getting to know more people, and like it's not just the people. It's like the doors will open, opportunities will open. It's like so much cool stuff happens when when you meet like like-minded people, people who are around you. It's amazing. Like people are amazing. So I say just pretty much that's top it off pretty much. So anything you want to comment on?
I just want our viewers to get connected. Like if you guys are interested in just reading a little extra, because it'll help me too. You guys, like one big thing about being a human being is being accountable. Having other people. Nobody can be accountable on their own. Accountability means that you're putting your trust in somebody else to help you along the way. So like by us growing a community of like-minded people, like we want to put aside our time to make a book club for you guys, to be able to give you more free information about how we trade and how we're making money. And we want you guys to be a part of it. So just to kind of conclude, I want you guys to comment like your information below in the comments below. I want you guys to reach out to us, either myself or Josh. And I want you guys just to let us know what you're interested in. Like Josh is a phenomenal commodities trader. Like if you guys have a commodities trading background, you maybe need some extra help, maybe hit up Josh. You know, ask him for a little bit of pointers or something. I don't know about Josh, but I get a lot of messages all day. So if I don't respond immediately, I'm sorry, but we basically have 100% response ratio. So if you text us, we're going to respond to you. You can ask anybody that we talk to, and they'll be able to vouch for that. So just to conclude, guys, let us know if you want to join a book club. We've got a lot of videos that we're going to keep producing. We've got a lot of content that we want to produce for you guys, and we want you guys to be on the next video, right? We want you guys to talk about how much money you made, and we want to be on that Skype call with you. So maybe in the future, hit us up, say, hey, I want to go on YouTube with you guys. Like, let's do it. Let's do it. So comment your information below. And Josh, like, thanks again for sending time out of your day, bro.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to end this.